Well, hello,
Hello.
Kimro.
Hi, Tin. Tin?
Sheen?
Teen, sick.
Sheen. Yeah. Oh, let me do like. Jeha Kjar. What is it mean?
I have bronchitis.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
Well, correct. Oh, oh. Agus Aaron Kimra Usa.
Hamiglema,
What?
leva, ha biet akum, hi,
Okay.
noodles, I guess.
Okay, I'd love ramen. Okay.
Ha,
Okay. Okay. I should Stellum ramen. So
is Scottish cuisine primarily dominated by potatoes as their starch?
potatoes, well, yes, buntata traditionally, but over the past, I don't know, 20 years or so, um, Scottish cuisine has been influenced by, well, let's see. No, I'm going to go back. There has been an influx of Middle Eastern food into Scotland. You know, a lot of Pakistani immigrants
Mm-hmm.
have set up shops, and you can get uh, oh the word slips my mind for the moment, but you can get um, like
Samosas.
no, sort of like falafel meat, but they don't call it that. But anyway, yeah, duly. Anyway, you can get that, and they have pizza. But also another big influence in recent years has been upgrading um, for tourists, and there's a number of restaurants that cater to tourists with really first-rate kind of international cuisine. So, but anyway, but yeah, so you've got kind of a mix. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Um, anyway, so Tim Kimrao,
Tommy Trang.
Phil Trang. Oh, okay. Jay Jeha Usa Jennifer. Jeha Jennifer.
Because yesterday was the House of Ireland's lawn program for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, okay.
So I was busy with them Saturday and Sunday. Marched in the parade on Saturday, and then Sunday we had a lawn program. We had to clean up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's an inchnik. Well, skipliker. Yeah. Do you know that word? Skipliker?
Tidy?
Yeah, to tidy up. To tidy. Okay, skipliker. Not glanu. Glanu or glan would be to clean. Skipliker is so there's a distinction made between tidy things up and to clean. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gleba. Gleba. I guess Heather Kimrao.
Hankama.
Ah, Gleba. Gleba. We told you. We told us Grunchen.
Skipper. The San Diego Aztec team is playing right now.
Oh.
They might be in the March Madness or might not. They kind of have to play against North Carolina to see if they can be in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, Hashinach. Affiliate Illinois, North Carolina. Anok. Okay. Anok. Oh,
yeah. Anish.
Anish Andrasta Hain.
Andrasta.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're not doing great.
Okay. Oh, Dúilig.
Aniel Guma.
Aniel Guma. Aniel iad a Jinnah Guma. Okay. Agus D, Kimmerau.
Hamikma.
Yeah. Ah, clever. Shouldn't. Okay. All righty. So, wel, Kesht, echt doen je be? Okay. Does anybody have a question or
Mm,
anything they want to throw in? No, okay. 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 All right. Oh, okay. All righty. Okay. All right. Well, big sheen atosha. When do we get started? All right. Okay. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay. 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 All right. So here we go. The Seachdaine Vristja, Navierlach Vristja. Okay, better broken Gaelic than fluent English. And so here's the Piper of the Week. In honor of Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone, born March 3rd, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland. And so we have a Scot to thank for our launching us into the age of distance communication, voice communication over a distance. Okay, there we go. And placed right in front of the archetypal red phone booth, the red British phone booth, that are not so common anymore. They used to be all over the place in Britain, but with the advent of cell phones, well, like in the United States, they're few and far between, if there are any left. So anyway, there we go. The last one, in the middle of the desolate moor in the Highlands of Scotland. Okay, okay, all right. So Clàr na Seachdaine. Well, the Fàilte as usual, and then Proverb of the Week. And tonight we'll take a look at two things in terms of grammar: the augmented preposition, and I'll explain what that is. That's how we create an object of the verbal noun, and the definite article. Now we're still on the definite article, and this is only part one of the definite article. Part one of, or part 6 of part 1. Okay, and the Sgeulachd na Seachdaine. Okay, and we're going to take another look at mise dhan, and I came up with a way to take us through it word by word that I think should be kind of interesting for us. Okay, so, and of course, we do the songs for a few different reasons. One, they're fun, I think. The song sends us home with a with a tune in our heart. Okay, but also a good way to learn vocabulary and pronunciation. So, all right, okay, so Fàilte. Okay, so this is a little video I came across. I thought it was kind of fun. All right, Gaelic words in English.
Have you heard of this elusive frequency which, when activated, our brains have the ability to function
A bhfuil bearla acu? Ha? Scoilneal. Ha beacon Gaelic acu cajoch. So, I am Carl. Welcome to my Lingo Kingdom. I'm an American learning Cumraeg, Nihongo, and, of course, Gaelic. Today, I'm going to be telling you about 7 Gaelic words that you already know if you speak English, because we've got some words that came from Gaelic and snuck their way into English. And special shout out to Thomas Mackay at The Scotsman, who wrote the article that this video is based on. And you should stick around till the end because I think some of these are going to surprise you, because I know they surprised me. First up, this one you may have heard of already, and that is whiskey. That's right. The English word for whiskey comes from the Gaelic uisgibea, which means water of life. Ov. Hythalav. If you ever use the word smashing, which we don't use much over here in the States, but over in the UK you probably say smashing a lot. And that comes from the Gaelic phrase sma shin, which means excellent or great. Now, if you're learning Gaelic like I am, then one of the phrases you might learn early on is ceart gileor, and that means okay, all right. And the second part of that, gileor, actually gave us another word in English, which is galore. And this is a way that I think it's real interesting to see with, studying etymology, where words come from, how a word, when it moves from one language to another, not just changes how it sounds and is spelled, but also can change what it means. Because gileor in Gaelic means enough or to sufficiency, whereas galore in English can mean like a lot of stuff or an abundance. So we have gileor, it's enough, to galore, it's a lot. Abil pechtiken akid? We get the word pet from the Gaelic word perte, and this is thought to have its origins in the Irish word, which originally meant a spoiled child. Are you a spoiled child, Buttercup? Hashem Kersh. Now, if you've ever been to any kind of Highland Games or seen any traditional Scottish dancing, then you probably heard the word céilí. But in Gaelic, this word céilí actually just means a visit or a social gathering. Now, related to that is the English word shindig, like a party. And this is thought to come from the Gaelic word sheanchak, meaning to jump or to leap. It's such a fun little connection there. You jump, you leap. We're gonna call it a party. And finally, our last word, bard, in English, probably makes you think of some kind of, medieval fantasy setting, like, tavern with a poet, something like that. The origin for this word can kind of go back to several different, Celtic languages. They're all kind of similar. And in Gaelic, it's actually spelled the same, but is pronounced very differently. So in English, we have bard, meaning a poet, and then in Gaelic, we have barsht, which also means a low-ranking poet. There are more than just 7 words that snuck their way from Gaelic into Bearla. And in fact, there's 5 more in the original article that Thomas Mackay wrote for thescotsman.com, which you can find a link for down in the description. So check that out. Mash that like button if you enjoyed this video and you want.
All right, there we go. Okay, so you see, you already know a lot of Gaelic. Okay. All righty. So the proverb for the week, or the proverb, Shenachel, Shenacha Neshechana. It's not quite a proverb, but it's a famous saying. And where's the screen a little bit? Okay. Is Bendoran an Sgeulachd a bevoy halum. Okay. Is Bendoran an Sgeulachd a bevoy halum. Okay. Is Bendoran, the mountain of Bendoran, the site that is or that was the most beautiful with me, the most beautiful to me, the most beautiful sight I ever saw. It's the sight that is the most beautiful to me. And the reason that I chose this is the Gaelic poet, premier 18th century Gaelic poet, Duncan Ben McIntyre, my ancestor, Donachban Machentuur was born March 20th, 1724. So I thought it would be appropriate to quote from one of his most famous poems, Moloch Ben Doran, in praise of Ben Doran. Ben Doran is a mountain in the West Highlands of the Highlands of Scotland. So he wrote this poem, this 1,000-line poem, in which he praises not only the countryside, but the life that is lived there. And there's an affinity between Gaels and nature. And one of the things that is to be remarked in this regard is that it's not an abstract love of nature, but it's a love of living in nature, if you see the difference. There are many poems that praise nature, but they all have to do with living there and experiencing nature. And so it is with Donachban, fair Duncan of that he recounts his life on the mountain, on and around the mountain, his love of the animals that he is very familiar with, and all that. So as I write here, evocative, heartfelt praise and love of nature and the wildlife of the Scottish Highlands. Okay? And one could say that, like all good literature, it goes beyond the merely specific, and in many ways, left out a word, in many ways expresses a universal love of nature. So it goes beyond the specific, not just Ben Doran, but can be expanded to all nature. And here's the first 4 lines of the poem. On Turum har garch bain, on Turum har garch bain, reverence or honor above each mountain, every other mountain. Ech Ben Doran, for Ben Doran. Jaina hunik me von grain, of those that I've seen under the sun, she bevoich alone. It's she that is the most beautiful to me. Okay. All right. So that's the Shanach on the Shechina, Ben Doran, Sgeulachd bevoich alone. All right. All right. Okay. Somebody just come in. Who's that? Oh yeah, there's Pat. Hello, Pat. Kimrao.
Oh, how many fluke? How many four?
Four. Velu four.
How many four?
Oh,
Ak.
ah,
Vami. Bulk fluk.
Bulk fluch. Oh,
I
okay.
was soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
I forgot yet. What? Fada Laha. A few days ago, long days. Days.
Okay.
In the past.
Fata. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. For the minute. Now you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, notes. Okay, so here we go. Avanje.
Oh, Avanje.
Day before yesterday.
Oh,
Or
great.
2 days ago. Avanje.
Avanje.
Okay. I guess an error would be the day after tomorrow. And I've got something wrong with the spelling there. What's wrong? An error right here. Okay, an error. Okay, the day after tomorrow. Okay, Avanje an error. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh well, let me Spoken. Okay, all righty, okay. All righty, so let's go. See, we did that. Let's go to Gràmar na Seachdaine. What we call the augmented preposition. Or the pronoun object of the verbal noun. Okay, so now what we're talking about here is, we've learned the verbal noun, right? Hamia Koper, I'm working. Ha I Jennifer, she is doing or she is making. And Hashin Alyevik, we are reading. Okay, but how do you say he is reading it, or they are helping me, or she was making it? You see, in English, all we have to do is attach the, as I put in red here, attach the pronoun, it or me or he or she or him or whatever. Okay. To create an object of the verbal noun. You can't do that in Gaelic. Okay. So here's a little paragraph about why pronouns are useful. Okay. If we had no pronouns, we'd have to write a paragraph, something like, Bob is a good friend of Michael, the writer of this paragraph. Bob has helped Michael many times in Michael's life. Once when Michael's car broke down, Bob, and so you just repeat the noun. So in Gaelic, we can certainly say, Hami a gin of cake. I am making a cake. Hami a gin of cake. But we can't say, Hami a gin of a. I am doing it. Or in terms of cake, Hami Jennifer, a Jennifer E. I am making it the cake, because cake's feminine, right? Okay, so we can't say that. Now put a little asterisk, which means does not occur. Okay, you can't say this in Gaelic. Okay, so what we're going to learn tonight is how to express that idea. Okay, and another example, Va I Gaelic lore. She was reading a book, but you can't say Va I Gaelic a. She was reading it. Okay, you can't say that. Okay, so now remember that the ek first, the in the verbal noun construction is an abbreviation of ek or at. Hami adol, I am at going. Ha a Shane, he is at singing. Okay, and you see the full ek, and if the verb begins with a vowel, Hami agol, I am at drinking. Hami agestich, I am at listening. Okay, so which brings us back to, well, if you can't plop the pronoun in after the verbal noun, how do we express that idea? Because we can certainly express the idea. Well, what we do first, and that first I'm going to give it to you in English. I am at its doing. You see, I'm at its doing. We use a form of the augmented preposition that expresses at it or at her. I'm at her hearing. I'm hearing her. Okay. They are at his seeing. They are seeing him. So we use a form of the preposition combined with the possessive pronoun. And to remind us, the possessive pronouns are mo, my, do, your, his or her, our, ur, your, plural or formal, an or their. And when we combine those with the verbal noun, I'm going to make a little note here, creating the augmented pronoun, okay, it becomes ekmo becomes gum, ekdo becomes got, ek-a masculine becomes ga, ek-a feminine becomes ga, ek-ar becomes gar, ek-ur becomes gur, and ek-an or becomes gan or gam. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do tonight I'm going to run you through the I'll explain this, and then next week we'll come back to this and we'll actually have exercises and practice in this form. Okay, but anyway, and this is what it looks like. Hami Gayenaf. I am at its making. Literally, I am at its making. It means I am making it, and it's the masculine it. So note that the at it masculine lenites the I'm going to make this other one here. Hami Gajenov equals I am at its making. I am making it feminine it. You see? So note when it's feminine, it does not lenite. The masculine lenites and the feminine does not. Okay? And that's how we tell the difference as to what the it is, what gender the it is. Or va'i gayevik, she was at its reading. She was reading it. Va'iet gam chuchikuk, they were at my helping. They were helping me. Gam, okay, at my mo, okay. Ha'e gam echen, he is at my seeing. He is seeing me. Ha'i gat echen, she is at your seeing. Gat echen, ek do, and it lenites. Ha'i ga'echen, she is at his seeing. Ek, seeing him. Ha'e gafechen, he is at her seeing. Ek plus the feminine, no lenition. Okay, and that's how we tell the difference in these forms as to what the it is, whether it's masculine or feminine. That's how we communicate it. And so remember to go back, the for his lenites, and the for her does not lenite. So avraher, his brother, abraher, her brother. So note the lenition for his and the no lenition for her. Okay, and outside of the verbal noun, that's how we tell the difference between and They sound exactly the same, and you don't know which one is being referred to. Well, you might know it in terms of context, but otherwise you know it in terms of whether it lenites. And then ha'e garfechen, he is at our seeing, ek plus r. Ha'e gurfechen, he is at your seeing, ek plus ur. And that could be either the plural or the formal. Ha'e gamfechen, he is at their seeing. He sees them, ek plus an or Ha'e conclusion, he is at their hearing. Okay, And I'm going to come back to this one, gumfechen. Okay, so okay, so remember these possessive pronouns lanite. Mo, movrahir, do, dohu, his, acham. And so do the corresponding augmented pronouns, gum, got, etc. Gum at my, got at your, ga at his. As in, hae gum vulog, he is hitting me, he is at my hitting. And a distinction is made. So how do you know? Note that gum is used for at my and at there when you have a let's see, what is it? Mother, no, Betty makes fine pies. What is that? It BMFP. Okay, Betty makes fine pies. Okay, okay, for the third person plural on or gone gum, if the verbal noun begins with, and right here, Betty makes fine pies, okay, then we use gum. Okay, so gum is used for the there in the very special case where the verbal noun begins with one of those special letters, the Betty makes fine pies. Okay, okay, okay. Making a cake or a table, and I already went over this. Hai gayenef, a board, okay, masculine. Hai gajenef, a cake, feminine. So note the masculine lanites and the feminine does not. Okay, all right. Okay, so have to be careful. Ga can mean either at his or at her, and gum can mean either at my or at their. And so I come back to this, that how do we tell them apart? By whether or not they lanite. Ekmo is lanited. Hae gum vulug, he is hitting me. Okay, he is at my hitting. There, no lenition, hae gum bulu, he is hitting them. He is at their hitting. Okay. And ek plus a, his or its lanites, hami gaechen, I see him. I'm at his seeing. Or hami gefechen, I see her. And remember, the for her does not lanite. Okay, and and right here, the her or its, remember that all Gaelic nouns are genderized. So in English, where we would say it, in Gaelic we say either he or she or him or her, and his or her. Okay, so it it used to be a feature of in stories to have English speaking Gaelic characters use he or she, where in English we would use it. You know, so and this is a feature of all second language learners, that they carry many of the habits of the original language into the new language. And so what I'm trying to say is you'd have a character in a story, maybe a film, whose original language was Gaelic and they've learned English, but they still refer to everything as either a he or a she. Okay, so anyway, but in Gaelic, that's what we do. Everything is either a he or a she, right? Okay. And here I refer to the Betty, the BFMP rule, though that's what? A BMFP, okay? Oh, or it could be the both let's see, a bowl of fluffy mashed potatoes. That would be the BFMP rule. Okay. Okay. And Biddy makes fine pies. Okay. So, and repeat again. Hayit gamfechen, they see them, because it's not lenited. Hae gamvulu, he is hitting me, lenited. Hae gammolo, she is praising them. Vae gamfoso, she was marrying me. Okay, so here we see the gum being used with with one of the BMFP words. Okay. Okay. And Molinites and gum when it indicates at my. Okay. Okay. So another way to distinguish between at him and at her. Okay. All right. So if it's at him, Hashemus Gaol, Seamus is drinking it. Ushkabea is masculine. Okay, we're referring to Ushkabea, right? Okay, so Gaol. But at her, the verbal noun takes on an H prefix. Hashemus Gahol, Seamus is drinking it. Tea, feminine. So we take on an H to distinguish. Okay. And in the same fashion, gar and gur, okay, add a prefix of n. Vashin gur narshtika, we are raising you, we're raising you up. Va'it gar narshtika, they were raising us up. Gar narsh. Okay, okay, so we have an n. Okay. Now, this is a lot of information, okay? So we're going to set this aside for now. Next week, we'll come back to this and we'll have some exercises that will help us learn it and remember it and incorporate it, okay? But right now, try to retain the general idea of the, let's see, go back to where we have it. Okay, we don't use the pronoun. We use a form that is the augmented preposition. And, oh yeah, right here. Hami gayenaf. Hami gayenaf. Okay, we use the augmented preposition, the ek plus the pronoun. Okay, so if you don't do anything else from tonight's lesson, remember that, okay? That we don't say a genif A or a genif E, okay? We say ga something, okay? All right, okay. All right, okay, so I'm gonna pause there for a second. Okay, any questions? Is that totally confusing?
No, it's helpful, especially with the Duolingo.
Oh, okay, well, good, okay.
It's good to have an explanation what that actually is. Thank you.
Oh, okay, what, Duolingo just throws it at you but doesn't explain it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, right,
So I
okay.
was constantly getting those wrong. Yeah.
What's that?
I was always getting those wrong. The gender.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, good. Okay. And then we'll have more practice next week. We'll come back to this next week, and I'll devise a bunch of exercises that'll drill us on it, and so hopefully we'll start incorporating it. But that's the general idea. Okay, so in English, it's I'm at its doing, I'm at her seeing, and so on and so forth. We use the possessive pronoun. Okay, all right, okay, and and Heather has brought up the issue in the past of working with Duolingo, and she's expressed the same idea. So that in many ways it can be helpful, but it doesn't explain. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm glad to be able to fill in that part. Okay, all right, okay. So let's go back to share. Does anybody have any other questions? Any questions? Points of interest? Okay. Nope. Okay. Fine. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the sharing. Okay. Now we will go back to the definite article the. Okay. I think this is part 6 if I've been keeping count correctly. And there's one more part. We'll do that next week. But tonight we're dealing with S, and the S words are divided in half. Okay, and the last part will be very easy. Okay, tonight the S's, we see a distinction between the masculine and the feminine, and these are S words that begin with what are called liquids. Okay. S by itself, and then SL, SN, and SR. Okay. The masculine nouns taken on as the. So that's easy. Ansagarch, Ansaul, the barn, Anslug, the people, and this is the people as in the folk, as in the usually refers to not just people in general, but like an ethnic group. The people in the form of a group, a ethnic or national group. Okay, Slonug, heritage or genealogy. Snacher, on snacher, the reptile or a crawler. Okay, on snahider, the sculptor. Okay, on stru, the stream. On strapider, the climber. And remember that SR is pronounced like an STR, on strapider. Okay, so these are easy. The masculine is easy. The feminine, well, it's not hard, but you just have to recognize that the word is feminine because it takes an on T as the article. So on tool. Okay, and so you notice that the S kind of goes away. The S goes away, and we just pronounce the T. So on tool, the I. On tabich, the Sabbath. Oh, I'm sorry. That should be on tabich. Okay, the Sabbath, long. On tabich would be the fight. So you have to remember that that long A in there. Okay. Okay. On tliasach, the thigh. That's a little difficult to say. On tliasach. And remember my discussion about the Gaelic T is pronounced against the teeth, not on the palate as in English, but the tongue goes forward, and then it's very easy to drop down to the L. Tliasach, or untlot, the stick or the rod. Okay, okay. On trape, the turnip, and note that the TSN is pronounced like a TR on trape. Okay. And and I'll make the turnip. And we get the Scots on that's not snow, that's turnip. Okay. And I'll make a little note here. The Scots, that is, Scots dialect, neeps and tatties. That's where they get the neeps from, on trape. Okay. Yeah. Neeps and tatties. It comes from the Gaelic word. Okay. Okay. All right. On trape, on snatch, on trach, on tra. Okay. And on strach, the street. On trown, the snore. Okay, so the S goes away. Okay, so these are the feminine. The feminine takes the T. Okay, and let's see. So pronunciation guides. TSN is pronounced like TR, or entrape, the turnip. SR is pronounced like STR, unstrew. Okay. So you have the insert of the T there, even though it doesn't appear. Okay. TSR is pronounced as a TR. Entrach. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. And Marasavich, as usual, I have to find it. Okay. A little exercise. A PDF. Okay. All right. The S's. Okay. So is it right? All right. You know the drill by now. Supply the singular nominative definite article for the following nouns. Okay. So I will give you the noun, the gender, and then you come up with the and these are all in the S's, and then you come up with the definite article. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, where are we? Okay. Sewer, craftsman. What would be the carpenter?
Sir.
On sewer.
Very good. On sewer. Okay. Good. And that's where my name comes from, by the way. Sewer, Machantur, son of the carpenter. Okay. Right. Shomer, room, masculine.
On show.
Shomer.
Shomer, on Shomer. Leba. Okay. Slut,
No.
rod.
On slat.
And that's slat. It's with a T.
Yeah, with the T, on plot.
On
It's a
plot.
little, yeah, it's a little difficult to get the hang of saying
Yeah,
it.
we don't say that.
Yeah, it's a sound that does not occur in English, but remember, it becomes much easier if you place the your tongue for the T sound not on the palate, but on the front teeth. On plot. On plot. On plot. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Then all you have to do is just drop the tongue for the L sound. Plot. Okay, gleba. Yeah. Schlicker. Shell.
On Slika.
On
With a T. On Slika.
On Tlika. On Tlika. Yeah.
On Fleek.
Tlika. Yeah. Schlia. Path.
On Tlia.
On
Leah.
On Tlia. Very good.
Leah.
Yeah. Sleeve. Hillside.
On Sleeve.
On sleeve.
On sleeve. Yeah, very labor. Schlissek.
On Tlisik.
On Lisik.
On
Uh,
cliff.
On
On
the
Tlissek. On Tlissek.
Okay, well, like K almost. Okay.
Yeah, that's the difficult one.
Okay.
On Schneck. Snow.
On
On
schneck.
Snick.
Oh, I
You
did.
said it.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah. On Schneck. Okay. Okay. On Schneck.
Schnick.
Sewer, craftsman or carpenter.
On sewer.
On sewer.
Sewer, on sewer.
I can
Okay.
do.
Shomer,
On Shomer.
On sewer.
shomer.
We just had that, but
Yeah. Okay. So Sheapan, soap.
on Siobhan.
Even.
Siobhan.
Sheapan. On Sheapan. Okay.
Sheapan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slut.
On
On
Clàr.
Clot.
On plot. Plot. Okay. There we go. Oh, we already had that one.
On
Let's see.
Tlika.
Okay. We already had that one. Asleep. Okay. I've got some replications here. Okay. Oh, and Sniam. Sniam would be
On Pliam.
On Sniam.
on Trium. On Trium. Remember the TSN is a TR sound.
On Trium.
On Trium.
Okay. Oh my God.
Strach.
On Trotch.
On Trotch. Very good. On Trotch. Yeah. Stround. Snore.
On Tron.
On Strown. On Strown. Okay. So no
Stround.
T at the beginning, just, but you
Yeah.
do have T insert after the S on Strown. Okay. Strone.
On Throne.
On Tron.
On Throne. Very good. Yeah. A T and the S goes away and it's Throne. Leba. Okay. A Strew.
On Strew.
On Strew.
On Strew. Yeah. Leba. Sue.
On Stool.
Stool.
On Tool.
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 On
Yeah.
tool.
Okay. Now, one of the keys to remembering these, to memorizing almost anything, okay, yeah, in terms of, our language studies and maybe anything else, I don't know, is that, I'm going to stop to share for a moment, okay, is that what we can do, or what you can do is remember an example.
Mhm.
That becomes your key for everything else. And so I just thought of that. I knew it. I just thought to mention it when we came upon Sewell. So, so if that's your touchstone, as it were, you can remember that it's pronounced Antul. And so that becomes your key for all the S feminine words. Antul. Oh, okay. So any other new word that I learn is pronounced like that with a T. So you see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's easier to remember a specific example rather than more of an abstract. Well, it's an S word. It's a SU, it's an S with a vowel following it, and I put a T dash in front of it. That is kind of abstract. And sometimes, and certainly for myself, I find it easier to remember Antul as an example, how to deal with all words that I can fit into that category. Okay, so just a little hope something like that is helpful for at least somebody. Okay, right. Okay. So let's go back. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll go to something else. Okay, to Sturag, a rescue or liberation.
On Surah.
On Surag. And related to sewer. Not a carpenter, but free.
Stursta.
Yeah, Sersha.
Freedom.
Sersha, is
William Wallace.
William Wallace shouts at the end of Braveheart. Yeah, Sersha. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Solon.
On Solon.
Solon. So remember, the masculines in this category are easy.
And it.
Saurag.
On Sawa.
Saurag. Shaulag.
On Solo.
Shaulag. Shellen.
On Shellen.
Shellen. Shedavis.
Oh gosh. Antervis?
Anteravish. Anteravish. Okay, yeah, so the S just disappeared.
Disappears.
Yeah, and note that in the original word, the SE, I'll just remind us of the pronunciation, the SE and also the SI is pronounced as if it's an SH. Shedavis. Shedavis. Okay, all right. Shean.
Unsayin.
Shean. Shean. Oh, we already did that. She.
Auntie.
T. Peace. Okay. And related to the word for fairies. The
Scythian. Or Scyth, yeah.
Sheachin. Yeah. Okay. Slowry, a chain.
Ontari.
Tlowry. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes used to be a chain in general, but originally it was the chain that hung from the rafters, the ceiling, and supported a pot over the fire in the middle of the cottage. Okay, so it's a very specific chain that the pot, that the cauldron that people would cook their food in hung from. Schliechenach.
Ansliganach.
Anschliechenach. And then note that it's related to the word for shell, schlicha. Schliek.
Ansleek.
Anschliek. Schlock.
Anschlock.
Ansloch.
Schlock. Slonu.
Anschlonem.
Ansloch.
Surname, let's see. Schliek.
Ansliak.
Anschliek. Shape.
Antap.
Entree.
Antap.
Entree, yeah. And so the TSN is pronounced like a TR.
All right. Okay. I'm fair.
And one of the one of the ways to remember that is, I'm going to come down to notes here. Okay, is that let's see, prok. Okay, is pronounced prok. I'll just put that prok. The CN is pronounced as if it's a CR. Okay, and so that might be your touchstone for a word that's in the TSN. Okay, you have the R sound. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Let's stop the share for a moment. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. All right, so it's a lot of information, and of course I'll upload the flashcards, and you can practice. You know, so I'm sure you all have a lot of times on your hand during the week, and you find yourself wishing you had something to do, or you can go to the flashcards and practice your definite articles. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go to. I have a couple of short stories. A couple short stories for us. Let's see. At least I thought I did. No. Where did I put them? I thought Vic. No, I didn't. Okay, yeah, okay. I put them in the wrong week. Okay, anyway, all right. So Astai Samui. Okay. Well, if it graces us with its presence. No, it's not opening for some reason. Well, let's see then. Maybe I open it this way. Oh, okay. And for some reason, all right. So just bear with me a moment. It's giving me some trouble. We'll have to okay. We can- this- Okay. Trouble finding anything. Okay.
It opened fine in the email.
Yeah. My cache might be what do I call it? Let's die some way. Okay. Let's see. Well, I can't. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Here it is. Seems to be coming. Okay. Well, Adobe opened, but the file didn't. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. Stay online. I'm going to have to reboot. I think my cache is filled, and so programs aren't opening properly. So I'm going to reboot and come back in. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. Dulich, ho, dulich.
Now we can talk, huh?
Keep in mind, we're being recorded.
Yeah. I won't say anything bad.
Teachers away and the students will play. These are hard pronunciations, really hard.
Duolingo keeps on doing it different all the time. I know how to spell them and I had to put the T in the L and the H in the L wrap, but especially when Duolingo pronounces them all so different.
Yeah, it makes me wonder about the dialects and the demographics that they got for those pronunciations.
And someone tells me now that's AI, some of it too.
There's an AI.
Uh-huh.
Hamirash. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if I can get it now. Well, huh. Not for sure that would solve the problem. Oh, I mean, Hodulish. Yeah, so sorry.
Do you want us to follow along with the one that you emailed to us? We could just open it up in something else.
Well, I can't even open this up.
Oh,
Opening up. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure why. Maybe everything's still loading. Adobe Acrobat is not opening up for me. So, oh, okay. Well, I got to work around. Okay, let's see. So where are we now? Where are we? Okay, so I got now if I can find my okay, got that. Okay, so I figured something out. Okay. For some reason, it's not opening in. All right. Not opening in Adobe. I can't get my Adobe to open for some reason, which is usually very reliable. But I managed to open it up in Firefox. All right. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
yeah, we
Okay.
can see it.
Yes.
Okay. Fear hit your. So fear hit
Verkeerd. Nee, wel.
your do August Gel.
Doe
Do
August Gel.
Skill.
Okay. Ahian.
Yeah.
Haaien.
Okay. So a true first book. Black
Black and white.
Black and
yeah,
white.
faces. Okay.
Oh, black.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we have Strone.
Stroon.
Throne.
Strone, Biel.
Biol.
Oh,
Okay. Cluison.
Clues.
Clueson.
Gruyen.
Gruyen.
Gruyen. Okay. So, pointing at the parts of the face. Okay. Strone, the nose. Biel, the mouth. Cluison, the ears. Gruyen, the cheeks. Okay. Specklerin,
Speckler.
The eyeglasses.
eyeglasses. Yeah. Ketcheville Specklerin. Okay. Thulin.
Tulin.
Okay. And so you remember we went over Sue
Eyes.
earlier.
It's feminine.
Sulin would, Sulin would be plural. Okay. Fault,
Fault.
hair. Hair, fault. Breckenshenen.
Brick and Sheenum.
Okay. Okay.
Speckled something.
Yeah, freckles. Breck or is like a spot. Okay. Smickage.
Smickage.
Smickage, a chin. And at.
At.
Head.
Hat.
Hat.
At. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna give up on the Adobe. Okay. And we'll go to this one. Astai Samui.
Stai Samui.
Stai Samui.
A
and out, or inside and outside. A sty is samui. And something to note is Gaelic has different words for going inside or going outside. But this is to be inside or to be outside. Okay, a sty samui. Okay. And so let's see someone I got. I can't. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Jehashina dol ayenaf anju.
Jeshina dola shenet anju.
Ayenaf anju. Okay. Note the lenition. Okay. And when you're reading this on your own, see. Oh, God bless you.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Okay. You'll notice that they include a little pronunciation prompt. Okay.
That's good.
Hashin adol achokrach.
Ashina shana ko.
Ashina dol
Achokrach. Okay, we're going to cook.
Look.
Okay. And then note we have a special feature here. I haven't gone into it in depth when we were introduced to it right here. Adol ayenaf works very similar as it's translated going to do. Hashin adol ayenaf, we are going to do. Okay. Hashin adol achokrach, we're going to cook. And it means the same as in English. Okay. Hami adol ayenaf boni.
Yam mi
Bonnet.
Ayenaf boni. Okay. I'm going to make scones. Okay. And right here we have another version of the dialogue. Okay. And so the teacher says, Femi sheen fleur,
Fimis in fleur.
im,
Im.
sugar,
Shuke.
España.
España.
We need or we have to have Femi sheen. Fleur, flour, im,
butter.
butter,
Sugar and milk.
sugar, España.
España.
Okay. Mesquite iet cola.
Biscuit ear cola.
Cola. Okay. Mix them together. Mesquite iet cola. Dorshan toyeke.
Doshanyeke.
Pour it into the dish. A toyek. Very often translated as into the vessel. A ship is sometimes called a soyek, a vessel. But to translate in English properly, translated as a dish. Dorsht, to pour, yantoyek a. Okay. And then note in Gaelic construction of a sentence, very often you'll have the object of the verb pushed to the end of a phrase or even the sentence. So rather than dorsht a, in English, we'd say pour it. In Gaelic, it's literally dorsh yantoyek a, pour into the dish it. Okay. Kur an oven.
Kur oven.
Okay, or avin. Okay. Kur an avin. Okay. Okay. Put the oven on. Kur air, to put on. You can kur air a light. Okay, on solus. Right? Upper faulich ma.
Upper falak ma.
Faulich ma, faulich. Okay, upper. What a nice smell. Upper literally is a word that means something like say, and haven't you heard English use or heard the phrase in English recently, but it used to be say, that's a nice smell, something like that. Okay, so opper is used in the same way. Fàilte ma. Fàilte is a smell. I used to have a dog that had a terrible breath. So I'd say, droch fàilte aketavalich. You know, you have a bad smell, lad. Okay. Okay. Be fechlach.
Befeklach.
Fuck.
Be careful. Literally something like watchful, fech, related to fechen, to see. Be fechlach. Hashin che.
Hashin she.
That is hot. Nolosku hain.
Alaska Hain.
Don't burn yourself, okay? And na is a the negative command. Okay? Nolosk hain. And note for the command, we use the root of the verb. That's the root of the verb. Nolosk. Okay? Hasho blasta.
Aho Blasta.
Hasho blasta. This is tasty. Blasta is a great word for tasty. Hi, blasta. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Hashina Januf joke.
Hashina Chana Yoke.
Okay. We are making a drink. Okay. Joke would be a drink. And there's a great Gaelic phrase, you know, for a nightcap, one for the road, joke and daughters, you know, drink, something like drink of the door. Okay. Okay. Hashina klekach. Hashina klekach.
Hashina Kleka.
Messen, I guess yogurt.
Messen August yogurt.
We are using fruit and yogurt. Hashina klecker, to use. Messen be fruit, and yogurt would be yogurt, okay? Avel gulor akit.
Avigalor Aket.
Galore Agat.
And there we have that gulor. We saw that in the little video. Have you got enough? Is enough at you? Okay, gulor, okay? Hakus akamsa. I've got too much. Kus is a great word, means too much. It could be used either like right here, almost like a noun, or it could be used as an adjective. Okay. Kus oper akam. Okay, I have too much work. Kus oper. Koviat trienton buya ahaket.
Vintrienton.
Inton buya ahaket. Okay. Koviat, how many? Koviat. Trienton, triangles.
Trienton.
Booyah, yellow,
Yeah.
that are at you, that you have.
Good.
And then we count. Un, ga, three.
Unya 3.
Yeah, three, okay. Kachivel on Kerko Jerik.
Kachaval Kerka.
Kerko Jerik. Where's the red circle? Kachivel, where? Where is the red circle? Shoei.
Showy.
Shoei.
Here it is. Okay. Okay. Koviat Kernik Goramahaka.
Web Tunak
Yeah.
Yorma.
Koviat Kernik Goramahaka. Okay, how many squares blue are at you? Do you have? Okay, Koviat Kernik Goram. Okay, and right here, you'll notice Goram for blue is lenited. What does that tell us about the noun Kernik? Kernik. What gender is it?
Male.
No,
Yeah.
female. Remember, the feminine noun lenites the adjective. Okay.
But it's the opposite for possessive pronouns.
Yeah, I think that's why my brain was thinking male.
Yeah, that got me
We
too.
just like reinforce that other thing.
Well, no, the possessive pronouns are different. Like mohernik, my square would be lenited. Okay. Does that answer the question?
The example that you gave, like, Hami ga Yenov, Gami Yenov, using
Yeah.
ga.
Yenov. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah. For the possessive pronouns, the very good point. Good observation. That never occurred to me before. The feminine unites the adjective, okay, but the male unites the noun that follows. So it is kind of opposite. one of the wonders of Gaelic. Okay. All right. So un aga a tri a keher a koi.
Ya chi ke
Keher koi. 2, 3, 4, 5. Kachivel a hersh kernik uanya.
Kochava here Jana Unya.
Unya.
Where is the green rectile? Hersh kernik. Okay. Hersh kernik rectile. Uanya. Hashin adol a kluche kyo.
Ashin the dog Luka Kiel.
Hashin adol a kluche kyo. Okay, we're going to play music. Hamia jenef fuim le druma.
Amir Jev
Fuim
him
im
the
le druma.
Druma.
I'm making noise with the drum. Avel shiva geistich. Geistich, are you listening? Okay. Eishtif.
Jeff.
And there we have a different form of the command, the plural form. Okay. The singular would be eisht. The plural is eishtif with the IBH ending. Okay. Avel shiva klunchin eli erandruma. Vel shiva klunchin eli erandruma. Are you hearing Ailey on the drum? And down here, Hamia Klunchin Ailey.
Hamia Klunchin Ailey.
Hey, I can't Haley.
Achanelnia Klunchin Eon.
Hunan Quinton Eon.
I can hear, or I am hearing, I can hear Ailey, but I can't hear Eon. Now, literally, this says, I am hearing Ailey, and I am not hearing Eon, but to translate it into English, what we would say is, I can hear Ailey, but I can't hear Eon, though the can and cannot do not occur in this instance in Gaelic. Okay? So something you have to be aware of when translating is you don't always translate word for word. That is exactly, right? Okay. Shall autumnsa. Look at me. Okay. Literally on me. Autumnsa. Autumn would be on me. Okay. Hamia strape.
Hamia strape.
I am climbing. Okay. And then notice you have the SR that's pronounced like STR. Hamisha Alaim. Okay. I am jumping. Misha, emphatic. Hamia stripe. Hamisha Alaim. Okay.
Hamia
Shluatach Nakarsht. First, I'm dragging or pulling the cart. Slutach is sometimes used to mean slow. Slutach. Hamisha Orui Lua.
Hamisha
Yeah.
Rui.
I'm running fast. Lua.
Mm,
Fast. Hamisha aputach akar.
Hamisha.
Hamish, look at Puta and a car.
I'm pushing the car. Putuch. Okay. Satambal.
Second of all,
Throw the ball. Sat. Dlache avari.
Rocky Avari,
Catch it, Mary. Catch it. Sate arash.
Satera.
Tata Hosh,
Sate arash. Okay. Throw it back. Hashina kurshio. Hashina kurshio.
Ashina Crusoe,
Okay, and then note the kur, sometimes used to put or to send or to plant. Okay. Hanashian and Bria.
on the Sean Reno,
The flowers are pretty. Bria. Pretty. Okay. Hanalus and a fasar.
on Lucian of us are.
The plants are growing high. Fas growing. Art high. Fair show more.
Compare show.
Fair show more.
Fair show more. Fair one. Okay, it could mean a man, or it could refer to a one that's a masculine. Fair show more. Fair show nas moa.
Fair share.
Compare show.
This one is bigger. Nas moa, bigger. Fair show nas luka.
Fair show.
Compare show.
Uh-huh. So here we see a couple of instances of the comparative in Gaelic. Bigger and smaller. Okay. And J rain sheave on Jew.
She and the crew.
What did you do today? J rain sheave on Jew. Okay, so rain. The simple past tense, we haven't gotten to that yet. But anyway, the example, rain me boni.
Rain.
Rainy pony.
Okay, I made scones. Misha kluka kyo.
Misha cook it. Yo.
Misha
Yeah.
kyo. Yeah, I was playing music. Rain she fear va.
Rain.
Rain,
Fear.
Team Baba.
You did really well. Literally, you did really well, though translated as you've done really well. Okay, all right, all right. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to close this now. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, so we got one more thing that we want to do, and that's okay. All right, okay. So I want to come back to this, and I'm going to take you through the major parts of this word by word and to work on the pronunciation. Athair, Misha, Yantai, Kadishchek.
Karisha.
Okay, all right. So right here, okay. Chuir, Athair,
Ahe,
Misha,
Misha,
Yan,
Yeah.
Yam,
Tai,
I.
Kadishchek.
Cars check.
Kadishchek. Okay.
All right. Check.
No, Aikashin,
No.
I
Aikashin, Arain A,
Òran A.
Banish,
Spanish.
Gol,
Go.
okay. Gertrug,
good true,
Go to.
that's Trug,
Re.
Ari.
Nachbay,
McVeigh,
Mallory.
Mallory.
Sad, O king, that it wasn't my wake, that it wasn't my funeral. Okay. Mun,
Mun.
Dovrisht,
Dobris,
Molav,
Mola.
Olav,
Antara,
And
Antara.
Tartan.
Gol.
Gone.
Before my hand broke the bread for me. Mun,
Mun.
One.
Dorain,
Rain.
Doran.
Moskian,
Moskian.
Bieg,
Big.
Agarik.
Agaric.
Oh, before my knife cut the food. Hyan, Kriya,
Clear.
dear Sean, heart, well, Kriya is related to the word Kriya
Yeah.
right here. I guess dear heart, something like that. And Sean,
Can you say the first word again? Sorry.
Hyan,
Sean.
no,
Okay.
not, the H makes the S disappear, Hyan.
Sean.
The name would be Sean, but she's addressing him, so it's lenited. Hyan, okay. Kriya,
Kriya.
Nansul
Nansu.
of the eyes, socher, the kind eyes. Ha,
Ah.
Oh.
Devata,
Tovata. Boat.
or boat, Nok,
Milk.
Moch.
night, Snaportif,
Portav.
in the port. Och,
Og.
Oh.
Maha,
Aha.
Paniel,
Kanya.
Anil.
E,
E.
E.
Socher.
Okay.
But that is, the weather is not calm. Oh, Nachro'u,
Oh, Nahro.
Gul, weren't you love Natoshik?
Natoshik.
At the first,
Right.
okay, all right. So that's word for word. Okay, so now let's try the okay. Now let's try the song. Okay, and next week we'll go to a different song, but I hope that helps our pronunciation. Okay. All right. So here's Sean Kriya, dear Sean. And I explained that Kriya is related to a word for heart. Kri does mean heart. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go here. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm sharing right. Okay. Here. Listen. Can you hear this? Are you getting
Yeah.
music? Okay. Play. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play. Okay. So sing along. If you want to, you can mute. I'm gonna mute because I have a terrible sing.
There's no sound.
Did somebody say something?
There's no sound.
No sound. Okay. All right. Well, I asked you if you could hear it, and you said yes. But let me try it again. Okay, I'll share the sound now. We'll go back to the beginning. Okay. All right. So let's try it again. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, can you hear the music now?
Yes.
Okay, Gleba. Okay, all right. Okay, so if the sound goes out again, Tim, please give me another call. I'll do what I can. All right, there we go.
madri o hi voro kurtrugri nach be madri iri urvi o man de vrist mal laven herga o hi voro man de vrist mal laven herga Skin big yarga skin big yarga
Imagine being able to craft.
There we go. Okay, flavor. Okay, so anyway, so I want to say one other thing. This is Aaron brought up an interesting point. So you can hear me, right? My sound is on. Okay, good. I talked about the masculine, feminine flipping. That happens in other places in Gaelic too. It occurred to me. So let's see. A feminine noun, nian. Okay. Nian. Okay. Nian vor. Okay. Big girl. Okay. So note the lenition. Okay. Okay. So the genitive na nian mora of the big girl. Okay, so note that the lenition goes away. Okay, or Balak more big boy, but Valich vor of the big boy. So we have thanks for nothing, Gaelic. Anyway, so we have this switching in the genitive between the lenition of the adjectives. Okay, but this is in the genitive. We haven't gotten to the genitive yet. The genitive is in the genitive. It's the possessive, another form of the possessive. Okay, so nouns. It's kind of equivalent to the apostrophe S, the boys something. Okay, or the girls something. Girls something. Okay. Okay. Anyway, just a little note. You don't have to remember that. That's not the lesson for tonight, but just to come back to Aaron about the point that he made about the switching. We can kind of the inconstancy of Gaelic is the one constant we can expect. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, so that's about it for tonight. Does anybody have any questions? Points of interest? No? Okay. All right. So a lot of information. Hope a little bit of fun. Okay. And next week, we will have a new song, a new story, and we will have actual exercises to help us remember the use of the augmented preposition as the object of the verbal noun. Okay? All right. Okay.
Clàr.
Okay. Aikiva hula dunya. Kapalev.
Cheery.
Akala.
Cheery.
Well,